And welcome back. This 340 again, and you at home, thank you for watching. This holiday season, well, can often bring feelings of loneliness and depression. Our next guest joins us with the tips on how to manage emotions, depression, and loneliness. We welcome Brett Scudder. He's the founder of the Scudder Intervention Services Foundation. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
No
Bob.
stranger to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Were you a vet?
No, I wasn't.
We spoke before, right? And
We do
were
a lot of
talking about
work.
this.
We do a lot of work with the vets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about what you're into now. I see your button that says a mind free of suicide.
A mind free of and from suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the holiday season, and I'm glad that I heard, the two previous people talk about the challenges, finances, and all that stuff. But it's the holiday season.
Yeah.
The bottom line is a lot of anxiety. A lot of people are up in hype, like, I got to get this, I got to get that, I got to do this, I got to do that.
Yeah.
And it just pushes the anxiety level for a lot of people, right?
And it's depressing if you can't afford it.
It's depressing if you can't afford it, but it's also depressing for people who can afford it because,
Yeah.
again, it's spending sometimes when they don't want to spend. And so because of the holiday season, a lot of people feel pressured into getting gifts
And
and
a lot of
spending.
people don't like to get out in all that traffic and all the
Yes, yes.
pushing and shoving and
Yeah.
in those
And
crowded
also-
stores.
They also comparing gifts, right? So it's not simply just getting a gift anymore. People want specific things. Now you have people asking for gifts. They're not just saying, I want a gift. They're telling you what they want.
You can't just say to somebody, "Hey, I love you."
You know, I wish we could get back to that, but it's something that we're trying to recondition the mind for, yeah. But we
They won't
definitely got to
accept that, right? It has to be something material.
We have become a
Big
very
hug and
materialistic,
some love, you know.
a very materialistic and a very commercialized society.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are looking for that altruistic, innate love and, that togetherness, and it's not there anymore. So you find a lot of people now with anxiety
Yeah.
of the holidays, and some of them just really don't want to get involved in a lot of things. But it's family. You got to go by the family.
So,
You
but
gotta
what
do a lot of
happens
stuff.
when it comes to mental health during the holidays?
It's a heightened increase. Anxiety is a part of mental health, right? So you look at anxiety and how people get anxious for the holidays. That increases everything across the board. Stress levels, depression levels, just people moving around, running through so much just to get so little done. And then at the end of the day, they're just stressed out.
So how do we avoid this?
It's not that we can avoid it. What we need to do is really control ourselves, right? Let's be honest. If I can't afford a gift, to give you a gift, just say that I can't afford it this year. Not try to put myself in a position where I have to now max out my credit cards, empty the bank, know that come January I'm going to have to figure out how am I going to pay this credit card
That's
bill.
when all the real stress
Yes,
comes in on how you're going to
yes.
pay all this stuff back.
And a lot of times we don't think about all of that now, but when January, February comes, we feel the pain of that.
That's why Lisa Rett said, budget yourself and just maybe don't spend any of that. Keep it, say,
Exactly.
this is all I'm going to spend and that's it.
Right. But it's hard for a person to walk into a store, say, I'm
See
here
all
to
that
spend
stuff.
$100, and then see all these sales, right? And then
You
all
link
of a
up
sudden,
you link up with the person in your mind and you link up, put it together with a gift. It's like, start pulling your hair out.
So depression and suicide rates are very high during this
Yeah.
time of the holidays. And we just want people to know that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be depressed.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel stressed out. But how do you manage that, right?
How do you manage it?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to go out, if you don't want to be around family, if you don't want to be around friends, don't feel pressured into it. Just simply say, hey, I'm not feeling up to it today. I just feel like I want to just do something different. Be different. Do something different. Get away from the norms and the whole societal construct of what the holiday is.
Yeah.
Move away from that.
How long do you have to be depressed to call it depression?
Well, it's not only a length of time thing, it's also the feeling, right? So, we usually talk about being sad, right? Oh, you're so sad. Why are you so sad? Over a period of time, that sadness is not sadness anymore. It's now depression. But depression is not just depression. You have chronic depression. You have different levels of depression.
Yeah.
So after, say, 2 weeks, you're not depressed anymore. It's a little bit more than that. And start looking into that, right?
Yeah.
And not waiting for it to get you to that state where it's disabling, because depression can be very disabling. You have people who can't come out of their house, can't come out of their bed, can't go to work, can't function because they're in that state.
That's deep depression. Yeah.
That is chronic depression, a deep depression, yes.
So your organization does what?
So what we provide services for people. Unlike most organizations where you have to come out for services, we bring the services to people because we know the holidays are tight times, right? You look at the weather and the weather changes, snowstorms, nor'eathers, all these different things that are happening. People don't want to come out. And so we bring the services to them. So we go to
Make house
schools.
calls.
We are wherever that person is, we bring the services to them so that we can help them to manage the emotions, whatever they're going through. You have a lot of lonely people during the holidays.
Yeah.
And you see them and you'll never know because we wear these masks to cover up, the pain that we're going through. And so you just never know how people are feeling.
Did you ever suffer from depression?
I suffered from depression. I struggle with my own suicidality. I'm a suicide attempt survivor. This is the reason why I do the work that I do, because I know what the experience is like and I know how disabling it can be. But when you look at me, you would never tell that I'm a person who has to fight to get up in the morning and struggle with all of that, right?
So how did you overcome that? And what are some of the things that you were feeling when you were going through it?
It's a disabling experience, right? I'm a high-functioning depressed person. And I say that because a lot of times people think about depression, we think of people who can't function, they're disabled, can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
But there are many of people like myself who are very good at what we do, excelling
just like
what we do.
functioning alcoholics and
There you go.
I understand.
Yeah, so everyone's experience is different. And this is why normalizing the conversation is important. For us to just say, it's okay to be depressed. And it's okay to say, I feel depressed. I feel down. I'm not feeling myself today. It's okay to feel that way.
Yeah.
And not feel pressured by society to get up, to get out, to do all these different things.
Yeah, but how do you climb out of that? Do you call for help? How did you climb out?
Help is different for everyone, right? So you could either seek professional help or you seek help from family members or intimate partners, right? So
Just talk to somebody.
just come out and be open and honest about how you're feeling.
Oh, open, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
well, we're
unopen
unopen.
now,
Yeah, we're unopen. Yeah, but we got to be open and honest about how we're feeling. Many of
Yes.
us are lying to ourselves because we're afraid, we're ashamed of how we're feeling or what we're going through. And so to keep all those emotions bottled up inside is not helpful because then it actually starts creating physical health conditions too.
And then a lot of people don't want to go out and seek help because they're going to say, I don't want anybody to know that I need help. And there's that stigma. I don't want to be that person. I don't want anybody to point a finger or shine a light on me.
But there's another side to that, Bob. The other side to that is when you go to seek the help, sometimes the help makes you feel worse than not
Really?
seeking help. Yeah. And so we have to look at that from the perspective of who's providing the services to people who are in that state.
So you have to go to the right person. How do you get this help?
You have to find the right resource that works for you.
The organization has that.
We have all the resources, but we're not the only ones. There are many organizations out here who provide the services.
Yeah.
We're just one of many. And I'm fortunate to be in the position
I
that
want
I'm
to know
in.
that if I'm suffering, I want to know who to go to.
Well, you can call us, you can call us, we can connect you with resources. We do something very different in terms of, we don't give you a piece of paper and say, here are 10 numbers or 10 different people to call.
Yeah.
We're going to say, hey, we have Bob. Bob is in need of help. You offer this, you offer that, you offer those services that we think will help Bob. We sit with Bob and say, hey, Bob, we found some services that will be very helpful for you. So we're taking away as much of the stress and anxiety from you seeking services because you're already going through so much.
Yeah.
The last thing you need is to add on to, by calling, be rejected, turned down. We don't accept your insurance.
So you grab
Do you
the
have
person by the
insurance?
hand and just pull
We
them through.
walk with them. We share the experience with them. We share the journey with them.
Yeah. And people can call your organization or go
We have
to
a
your website.
24/7 crisis lifeline. The number is 917-651-1889. We do talk and text.
Say it again.
917-651-1889. And we do talk and text. We will come to you wherever you are, and we will be able to open up doors for you to help you to get the help that you need.
There you go. So if you need that help, do you have a website?
Our website is SISFI.org. And it has SISFI.org, shortened for the Scudder Intervention Services Foundation.
I see it. SISFI.org.
And the good thing, Bob, is that all of us who really work with the organization have lived the experience. We're not ashamed of it. I'm very public about my suicidality and my suicide attempt, and that's how many people come to me because they're like, if you can speak out, we can get the help that we need. We can work together. We're not mandated reporters, so don't fear coming to us and we're going to talk about or tell you, whatever your experience is to law enforcement.
I'm glad you didn't commit suicide. You're here to share some of that wonderful information to people who are suffering, who
Thank
need
you.
help.
Yes,
Thank you so much. All right.
We
Give
all-
another big round of applause, everybody.
All right.
Brett A. Scudder, President, Chairman, Founder, SISFI. .org.
.org.
All right.
Thank
We'll
you.
take a quick break right here, but stay right there. We'll be right back with more open next. I see you guys.